I want to talk about how to start with your story structure if you don't know how to start. Hello, happy Thursday. I'm doing the Tuesday story tip on Thursday because our family has been sick for like 2 weeks, just on and off, everyone. So I'm trying to catch up, but I did do a story tip for this week and I'm just gonna keep it simple but good. And basically I want to talk about how to start with your story structure if you don't know how to start. Let's say you know what you're going to do, a story-based film, a testimony, or some story-based film, and you just don't know where to start. You're staring at your screen, or you're staring at your blank piece of paper if you're old school like me, and you know what it's about, you know what the story's about, but you don't know how to actually put it down in writing as far as a structure goes. And so the tip is work backwards. It's actually pretty easy to work backwards. I think a lot of stories that we start with like we know how they're going to end, usually based on what the video is for, what the goal is, what the purpose is, or just if you're hearing a story from someone else, you just kind of know how it's going to end. So you have that ending, and then you can work backwards and start filling in the blanks. So the tip is work backwards and start with the story ending. So I just want to do an example. The last project that I did was a film. I don't know if you saw it. It's called Awaken. It's about April, who ended up having a brain aneurysm, kind of her journey, how she dealt with that, and what happened. And after just chatting with her and talking about her story, I knew how it was going to end. The ending was she had like kind of this breakthrough. Her faith was awakened and strengthened, and she was also a walking miracle. That she even survived that traumatic thing. So I knew that's how I was going to end the story. So then I thought, okay, if that's my resolution, that's what we're building up to, what is the conflict? How did this all start? And it started when she had the brain aneurysm. That's what threw her into this journey that led her to that resolution. And so now you have the two main plot points, your conflict and resolution. And from there, you can just start filling in the blanks of the journey of how she went from that conflict. How did she get to the resolution? What happened in between there? And you start filling in the blanks, and all of a sudden your story structure is coming together. And that's it. It's pretty simple, right? April's story is pretty easy to use as an example. There's some other stories that might not be so obvious, but usually when you start with that resolution and you work backwards, it can really help get that flow going. So hope that helps with the next time you are working on your story structure. Hopefully you are working on story structures before you're doing your films. And if you haven't seen Awaken, you can see that. I will link it here, somewhere here. I'll link it so you can watch that. But yeah, hope that helps, and happy storytelling.